Hi, I'm Sasha, and today I'm going to show you step by step how to make your own mermaid tail. First, you are going to need a few things. You're going to need some fabric, you're going to need matching thread, you're going to need a sewing machine and stuff that goes with it like scissors and sewing pins. You're going to need some poster paper, a piece of chalk, and that's about it. Alright, first I'm going to talk about fabric. You can buy fabric at your local craft store, Joann Fabrics. What you're going to do is you're going to find the dance and swimwear fabrics. Those are the ones that are made to get wet. You can find it in all sorts of colors. You can find it in holographed shiny fabric, and you can find it in metallic, and you can find just cool patterns and stuff. Here I've picked a nice teal color, and I'm going to show you what that looks like with this. I already took some fabric off to make my swim top, and this is what it will look like. See how shiny it is? Very shiny, very cool. Alright, when you have your fabric, next thing we need to do is make pattern. This is my pattern. It's actually pretty easy to make. There's a little bit of math involved, not much, but I'm going to show you how to make this pattern. You're going to need some poster board paper. If you can find really long paper this long, that would be really great, but I just took a few different sheets of poster paper and taped them together. Once you have a center on your pattern, which is this crease right here, all you gotta do is take a piece of masking tape, right? Long enough for the tip of your toes to your belly button. Now take it and measure on it every 2 inches, 3 inches down, whatever you prefer, and you're just going to stick it right on you. Right? You're going to stick it on your leg, so now you have a measurement of 2 inches down, all the way down, going through your legs. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take a piece of string, or if you have flexible measuring tape, every mark, measure all the way around your body at that point. Now, if you think going every 2 inches down is a little too much for you, you can just do 4 inches or 3 inches. Once you have all these measurements all the way down, just take your masking tape and stick it to your tail pattern. So you're going to take all those measurements and you're going to divide them all in half. So when you map that out on your pattern, it will look like your legs. Now, to make the fluke, you need one of two things. You can either go out and buy regular swim fins to put inside your tail, or you can buy monofin. I prefer the monofin. It gives you really good propulsion in the water, and it's pretty flexible. It holds up the shape of the fluke really well, whereas regular swim fins, when you're swimming with them, they kind of flop around. You gotta keep them straight and everything, and it doesn't hold up all of the fabric in the fluke part of the tail very well, so I highly recommend a monofin. But once you have your basic leg shape on the paper, you're going to make your fin, or your fluke, which is just kind of go with the contour of your body. What you're going to do is, while you're like this, you're going to tilt your monofin so that it is on paper, in proportion to where your legs should be. And then just take the monofin off where you think it should be on your ankles and just trace it. Pretty much just trace it. It doesn't have to be perfect because the fabric is stretchy and it will conform to your body into the monofin. I made this specific pattern for my monofin. See, this is just the monofin shape, and I'm adding all these little things in the back. So that's why I have that up here. I suggest you just make a regular pattern and then add it on the back like I did. That way you don't have to keep cutting your pattern and redoing it. Alright, now that you have your pattern made, you're going to transfer it onto your fabric. What you want to do with your fabric is fold it in half with the pattern sides facing in toward each other. You want the back side showing. Take your pattern and put it on your fabric. So put your pattern on your paper, and you're just gonna, I prefer to use like chalk or pastels. This is like a chalk pastel. And you're just gonna trace all the way around the tail. Trace all around your fabric with that. Once you've done that, you're going to paint your fabric. What you're going to do is you're going to take a sewing pin and put it in your fabric every few inches all the way around that line you just did. Once you have your fabric traced and pinned down, you're going to cut it out. Find some sharp scissors and cut away. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut all around the tail, leaving an inch of space. I always like to leave some room at the top here, just in case you made it too short. It's better to have enough material than to not have enough. I always leave a few inches up at the top, just in case. Now my tail may be a little different from your tail, especially this fluke area. These little, I don't know what you want to call them, spiky things in the bottom of my tail, aren't going to be sewn like the rest of my tail. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sew up to this point right here, and then I'm going to flip my tail regular, and then I'm going to sew this regular, and then cut these out as they are drawn, and then it'll have little wavy things when I'm swimming in the water. But for your tail, I suggest you just follow the line of your monofin and just sew it all like this, like a tail. Now we're going to sew it. Okay, now we are going to sew our tail. Now that everything is pinned and cut out, you're going to start, I like to start at the top right and just work my way all the way around the tail. Like I said before, I'm going to start sewing a few inches up, just in case you start to sew. So you're going to take out all your pins, well, from the parts that the last thing you need to do is hem the top. What you're going to do is you're going to cut down the sides up here so that there isn't a lot of extra fabric. What you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to fold it over. Fold it over and just put a few pins in it. It's okay. And you're done. Now you can cut off all the excess threads, any extra material. Now that you're all done, pull your mermaid tail inside right, put some fins in it, try it on. I suggest you try it on with fins inside of it before you make any changes, just so that you know exactly what you're working with. But this is the tail. And there you have it, your very own self-made, fully swimmable mermaid tail. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I really hope you enjoyed this. So happy tail making. If you do make a tail, feel free to send me a picture because I would really appreciate it. So thanks for watching. Bye!